Born without petals. In a desert, on an old, gnarled tree, a flower blooms. It is different to the many other flowers, for it was mysteriously pollinated before it opened. Born without petals. The secret of its divine conception is unnoticed by the other, more beautiful flowers. Scorned and despised, the misshapen flower suffered much cruel mocking. But as the years passed, it grew, and the odd flower took shape. Instead of robes of vain beauty, there abode the sweetest and lushest fruit of the most glorious color. Amazing to his family, loved by his friends, even his enemies wondered. Then one morning, the fruit looked around, and he saw that there were no other fruit, just flowers whose glory would fade and pass away. The fruit looked at the other trees, his mother and her sisters. All were worn and filled with termites, fading flowers, and almost no leaves. And no fruit. No fruit meant no seed. And no seed meant no more trees. No more life. The fruit felt his heartstone break inside him as he saw his family doomed to perish without hope. The morning dew gathered on the sad, lone fruit. Foaming a tear, the dew dropped to the ground. The fruit watched the tear fall, and then it dawned on him. The only way to save the trees, his family, was to follow the path downward to his death. With trembling, the fruit considered his choice, the horrifying fall and searing pain of death, or greater still the anguish of seeing his loved ones die. His mind torn to near rupture, as his flesh, terror-stricken, recoiled with fear. But his love for his friends urged, with unabating, forceful intensity, in two minds, a fierce battle. Looking down, and then at his family, the fruit lets go. Falling. Red-eyed, black-winged fowls of the air, screeching, eating his flesh as he falls, terrified of hitting the ground, but writhing in agony throughout the descent, his skin torn from him, the blood from his broken heart staining his flesh, crying for his father. A sharp, cruel beak enters his body and pierces his soul. Impact. Blackness. The sun sets. A new day. The wind had mercifully blown sand over his torn and lacerated form. He is hidden. Resting, he sleeps. the morning. The second day. As the earth turns to meet his God, the darkness retreating before his rays, he longs to see what has become of his son. There, in the fog of the morning, the shape of the old withered tree, the wave of light rushes over the ground toward the burial place. Something is huge. Something is different. Out of the darkness is revealed what took place during the night. Where the remains of self-sacrificing love once lay, immense, beautiful, no, glorious, a tree whose top cannot be seen, lofty, lordly, and altogether lovely, basking in the radiance of the sun, shimmering with grandeur, glory, glory, glory. The tree looks down and sees his family, them still perishing, but looking up at him in wonder. He looks to the wind, who immediately gathers the pollen from his open, scarred hands. He scatters it over the whole earth. Everywhere flowers once fading drink in the bread of life, exchanging their worldly glory for fruit with seed. They too proclaim that God is love. The earth is bathed in luxuriant growth. All is new. Life is glorious. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit.